Well, hello. My name is Mr. Covington, and I am so excited to be here with you all today and to read a awesome book that I'm sure you will find engaging. But before we get started, I want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about who I am, where I'm from, and what I do. My name is Mr. Covington, and I actually used to live right here in Ypsi. We now live in the Downriver area, but I can tell you this, I grew up right down the street in Canton. I went to Field Elementary School, and I remember going to preschool, kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school, and college. I went to Central Michigan for college, which is in Mount Pleasant. It's about a 2-hour drive north of here. So if you've ever been to Mackinac City or Mackinac Island, you've passed it. Then I went all the way. Do you have any family in the state of Alabama? I went to the University of Alabama, so we like to say Roll Tide, and lived in the hot, sweltering weather down there for a couple years for college. My wife and I have 4 kids, all under the age of 8. We have an 8-year-old, we have a soon-to-be 6-year-old, we also have a 3-year-old soon-to-be, and we also have a newly 1-year-old. So I like to read to them. My wife and I alternate every other night between trying to read. We normally take the weekends off. We probably should try to read more on Saturday and Sunday, but even on those days, we don't require our kids to make the bed. Monday through Friday, they make their bed, they get a story, but we kind of let them chill out and relax over the weekend. So that's a little bit about myself. I tell you this, education is super important. You should listen to your mom and dad and whoever you live with, because reading will really open up avenues to you. I'll be honest, I wasn't always a teacher at the college level. I used to ring groceries at Kroger. I used to deliver pizzas and work at Jets and Domino's when I was a kid. And when I was really young, even maybe some of your ages, I even delivered a paper route. I was always about working because I wanted my own money. I told my parents when we went to Kroger or Myron, I want to buy my own candy. And back then it was about like 20, 25 cents each when candy was, I think now you can't even get a candy bar for $1, if you will. So that's a little bit about me. I am super excited to read this book, Life Doesn't Frighten Me. It's a poem by Maya Angelou. You all maybe have heard her. She was at the inauguration of President Obama. And the paintings or the illustrations are by Jean-Michel Basquiat, which appears to be a little French last name, if you will. So let's take a look and find out this poem, Life Doesn't Frighten Me. And I hope that you really enjoy it, okay? And as we read, is there something that makes you afraid? I will be honest. One thing that makes me afraid, and I'm really embarrassed to tell you, but I will, water makes me afraid, deep water. And I can swim okay ever since I was a Boy Scout, but I don't like going in deep, deep water. I took the kids, we went to Miami recently, and I went way out where it was deep, where my feet couldn't touch. And I was like, oh, it's time to come back as those waves were getting bigger. But for me, I absolutely love going on roller coasters. Mrs. Covington, my wife, she did it one time when we were younger, and she goes, I'm not going back to Cedar Point. We can take the kids, but I am afraid. So while my wife is comfortable going in the deep ocean when we were in Miami, she won't get on a roller coaster. We're like the reverse. So it's interesting. So think about something that makes you afraid. And just because you're afraid of something, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or that you're a scaredy cat. Okay? Here we go. Shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Notice the picture there? Bad dogs barking loud. I remember bad dogs. My grandparents are from Chicago, and there used to be in the alley these big old dogs that would chase us, and I'd be afraid of them. Well, I'm not afraid of them anymore, but used to be a little bit when we were kids. So bad dogs barking loud. Big ghost in a cloud. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Can you find the ghost anywhere on this picture? Can you find the ghost? I think I can see the ghost. Mean old Mother Goose, lions on the loose. They don't frighten me at all. Dragons breathing flame on my counterpane. That doesn't frighten me at all. Do you see the dragon? Or to me, maybe that looks like a dinosaur, but it's all your interpretation. I go boo, make them shoo. I make fun, way they run. I won't cry, so they fly. I just smile, they go wild. Life doesn't frighten me at all. So we're midway through. Is there a sentence or something that gets repeated? We call that repetition. We call that repetition. So I want you to think, do you hear something that you heard previously? Tough guys fight all alone at night. Life doesn't frighten me at all. You see two people here boxing or fighting. I remember getting in a fight with my sister and my brothers when I was a kid. We would just fight over who would get the last cookie in the package, the last microwave popcorn, if you will. And we would hug and kiss and make up afterwards. But tough guys fight all alone at night. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Panthers in the park, strangers in the dark. No, they don't frighten me at all. That new classroom where boys all pull my hair, kissy little girls with their hair in curls. They don't frighten me at all. Don't show me frogs and snakes and listen for my scream. If I'm afraid at all, it's only in my dreams. So here's the thing, if you're afraid of something, it's only in your head and in your dreams. I've got a magic charm that I keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Man, I can't imagine. Have you ever been in the ocean? How many of you all have been in the ocean? I've been to the Pacific, which is offside what? California. And I've also been to the Atlantic as well in the Gulf of Mexico. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all. Not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all. And that's it. Here's Maya Angelou, a picture of her. I know you all can maybe Google Maya Angelou. Awesome poet, very iconic, very well respected. And if you ask, I challenge you to do this. Ask mom or dad and say, hey, mom or dad, I heard this book. And can you tell me about Maya Angelou? Have you ever heard? And their eyes will probably light up. She's not here anymore with us, but great text there. So listen, as we leave today, I want to say this. As a former teacher, I've been there. I want you to continue to try to consider reading, okay? Put down the Xbox. I had to have our boys do that over the weekend. Put down the Xbox or PS controller. Put down mom or dad's phone, or if you got your own phone, put it down for a minute and consider reading a book. There's something tangible about holding a book, sitting back in a rocker or in your bed, put the iPad away for a little bit. Well, I can read a book on my iPad. You're right, you can't. Still, go to your local library and check out a book. But absolutely love this book, and I hope you did too. Bye-bye.